I guess my question would be, why couldn't they vote if they read the minutes? I know they weren't here, but
Okay.
minutes seem fine to them.
Okay. Then,
we can do it either way, it doesn't matter.
okay, then we'll do it the way we've been doing it until we've all been trained under Brown Act, and then we'll start doing it the way we're supposed to. All those in favor of approving the minutes of May 8th?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? We have Gaynor and, oh, we got Gilbert, we've got, how do we do Paul's last name? Paimon?
Good try.
Oh.
Payment.
Payment. So much easier. Joe?
Oh.
Yes.
Keith?
Pat, right?
And did you get Craig?
Okay.
All right. So the minutes of May 8th do indeed pass. For May 22nd, additions, corrections? Yes, ma'am.
I have a correction on item 8D. It's showing up on my printout as 10, but it might be different on somebody else's printout. It's the item referring to the scorecard.
Oh, okay.
So it's item 8D.
8D.
Make a couple of changes. One, to add Sarah Jones's name to that, so it's Kathy Wada, Susan Klein, and Sarah Jones presenting. The three of them.
So, where would you like to add that? Anywhere?
Right after where it says faculty, Kathy Wada, Susan Klein, and should read, and Sarah Jones.
Okay.
I'm trying to find it
On
outside.
page 6, it's on page 6 on mine.
It's 8D, like you say, it depends on.
Yeah, I see 8D.
First line.
It's probably
Oh,
it is.
okay, so we're adding to that first line, Kathy Wada, Sarah Jones, and,
Susan Klein is over here, it's just adding Sarah Jones.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Then at the end of it, and I can give you the hard copy, but it ends before reporting the entirety of what was said. The last line currently reads, in 2014, ESL again ranked first with Developmental English 4.
Okay,
It should read in the following, and again, I can give you a written copy. Should be Developmental English 4th in the peer group.
peer group,
And then
okay.
it would read as follows, and again, I can give you the
Yeah,
written copy.
thank you.
Overall, of the 112 community colleges in the state, Cypress ESL is ranked second, and Developmental English is number 4. And for 2014, for successful completion from ESL and Developmental English to English 100. So that's the rest of what the report had said. So I'll take this over to you.
Okay, Pat.
Any other corrections from the May 22nd minutes? Are there any other corrections from the May 22nd minutes? Yes.
Second, I suspect Brenda Wabi would like this change. If you look under public commentary, it is the 4th, 5th paragraph right down. It says, language arts faculty, Dr. Brenda Wabi, speaking as a member of the reading department, that should be the English department.
Okay. That one?
Yeah, got that.
Okay. And then, I thought there was one more.
There's this up here. Cherie's last name.
Oh, what page is that on?
That's page 2. It's approval of the minutes. It just says Dickley. It should be Dickley.
We'll
I
correct.
imagine. We'll correct that.
And then I had a question on page 5, and maybe since Christy's here, she might be able to address this. Under 7A, Academic Senate Handbook, I'll read the sentence. It says, she was instrumental in the first Academic Senate website, the first Academic Senate Handbook, and the first elusive committee listing. I think that's supposed to be inclusive? Yes? Okay.
Though it proved it is.
Okay. So we'll change that to inclusive.
Okay.
Any others for corrections on the minutes of the 22nd? All right. All those in favor of approving the minutes from May 22nd?
Aye.
Any opposed? And abstentions? All right, back,
Same group?
we've got payment and Gober.
Actually, I think I was here for 22nd.
Okay,
So,
and Gainer. So we've got payment, Gober, Gainer, any others? All right. It does indeed pass. We have approved the minutes for May 8th and May 22nd. Now, for public commentary, all of those that are here to address the Senate. Cherie, please.
I would like this for the record, please. On May 22nd, at the last Cypress College Academic Senate meeting of the spring semester, public commentary statements were made by a member of the English department that accused my department of appropriating the use of the word English department in order to create a, quote, new incarnation called the English/Reading Department, close quote. This is historically inaccurate. As far back as 1968, faculty in my department have been listed in the college catalog with the use of an English/Reading designation. In addition, within the college catalog under the Language Arts Division, the programs listed are English, ESL, Foreign Language, and Communication Studies. All faculty are listed alphabetically together. Within the program listing, there is no reference to a separate, quote, reading program, as both the English department faculty and the English reading department faculty are both instructors within the area of English. All of our names are also in the catalog under the English course listings. Sadly, the 2013-2014 catalog does not have any listing of the faculty from my department, as a catalog correction memo was sent by the English department leadership to staff working on the catalog revisions with the names of all of our department faculty marked out. A copy of that memo has been given to the Senate President. An appropriate and professional step would have been to consult with my department colleagues or department chair and the division dean. This deletion was discovered by my department colleagues and brought to the attention of the dean, college president, and staff working on the catalog, and our names have been reinstated. In 2007, my department developed its webpage, and the name of the department is clearly stated as the English Reading Department. Yes, there are many instances where we are simply referred to as the Reading Department. At times it has been for expediency to simply use reading in many venues. But our faculty have tried to be more consistent with the use of English/Reading, which has been in existence for over 40 years, and not something that we have, quote, started doing. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Any others for public commentary? Dr. Simpson, welcome.
If I may stand, first of all, I'd like to be at your first meeting because I like to see you all, but also to thank you for your willingness to serve this vital role of the college. You're a vital player in our decision-making processes. There are a number of very significant and serious items that you are going to have to deal with. I believe that will begin today, but throughout the academic year. A couple that I want to bring to your attention that I know Jolene and I have spoken about, and that is we have two major functions of the college that are on staff right now: staff development and distance education. And we need to have a conversation about what we do when we have depended in the past on faculty to step forward and fill those roles. There's no requirement that faculty do so, and yet that means the function is unstaffed, but it doesn't go away. We still have a robust distance education program. We still have to engage in staff development. So if we don't have willing faculty members to step forward, what is our fallback position? And we need to engage in conversation about how we address that going forward. Finally, I do want to indicate there is, as I think you are all aware, very significant and serious disagreements between our English and our English reading departments. Those differences and disagreements are fundamentally academic and professional. There is no management or administrative directive that is going to resolve the differences. I've called a meeting of the departments. It is a meeting intended to begin a dialogue to resolve the issues. But these are fundamentally academic and professional matters that fall under the purview of the academic senate. And so it is my hope that the faculty members of the departments can come together and resolve the issues between the two of them without the need for exterior intervention. But that may not happen. And if it doesn't happen, the issues nevertheless must be resolved. And again, these are academic and professional matters of curriculum, of department designations, of assignments, of faculty members to disciplines, those kinds of issues. These are very significant and serious matters that will necessarily involve the academic senate in the resolution. With that said, I do want to again say I very much appreciate what you are doing. I respect your right to have conversations in the absence of administrative oversight, but I will make myself available anytime you request my presence on any matter of the college or other matters. Finally, just let me say, I came from a very exciting meeting where we're looking at sequencing potential bond projects. And so if we are successful in having Measure J adopted by the voters November 4th, that will be truly transformational at the college and something very positive to look forward to in the future. Again, I will be at your beck and call, and I wish you all the success this academic year. I look forward to working with you. And again, thank you so much for your willingness to serve us.
Oh.
Any others for public commentary, Tina?
This is for the record. One of the ways in which senators represent all faculty is by providing feedback on campus to the campus administrators on how money and resources will be spent and utilized. This is done by making calls to committees, interested volunteers coming forward, and the body making recommendations and then decisions. It has come to my attention that a call at the request of the VP of Instruction went out to certain divisions asking for committee members to create a task force focused on the allocation of campus resources where other divisions were not included. This is all divisions competing for resources, and neither is this transparent to faculty, the district, or the community. As part of the Senate's 10+1 duties, deciding who should be involved in the decision-making process and on whom resources will be bestowed within the campus community should include all interested parties, not a sampling that campus administration deems appropriate. If faculty choose not to serve or have their interests represented, that's one thing, but to be excluded outright is unfair and flies in the face of shared governance. As a member of a division that has numerous prerequisites attached to classes and programs, it is impacted by decisions made in this area. I think it's important to have input into this process. I'm sure that there are other departments and divisions that have the same concern. I'm respectfully asking the Senate.
Yeah. Until you walk over there.
It's true.
Okay, I guess I was just going to give just a brief comment about staff development. My appointment ended June 30th, and I agreed to finish the summer so that we could update the website, update forms, do all that kind of stuff, whatever I didn't get done. We had anticipated that somebody would get appointed, and I would spend the summer sort of retraining them and telling them about the processes and how staff development is currently working or not working. And unfortunately, we didn't have an appointment that would surface, I guess, to take over. What the situation is now, Dr. Simpson and I met yesterday, and for the time being, I will just do some of the staff development tasks, but I will not be able to do any of the meetings or the conference funding or some of the larger processes, just simply because I'm teaching full-time. I don't really have the time nor the availability to do some of those other things. So what we discussed was having one of the other committee members try to run the staff development committee meetings. I would assist them as necessary, but again, it would be in that. I did have a couple people talk to me about the position last spring, but he was not one of them.
Okay.
So I didn't really know who was interested in it, other than the people that talked to me, and then they did not end up applying for the position.
I think Gary was going to add something.
Yeah, that Dr. Simpson and I were concerned that there was such a small pool, only one person, that there's no real way to have any, competitive analysis, on the way to have an interview, just one person. And he wanted to have more than one at that time.
One seems better than having her do what she has to do. So, he has a candidate.
Can we hold this conversation till that part on the agenda? Are there any more questions for Becky before she has to go? Because I want to make sure that she can get out on
What are
time.
the meeting dates and times?
The staff development committee meets the second and fourth Monday. They meet from 2 to 3:30. That seems to work with the committee members' schedules. That's the way that we adjusted at one point about a year and a half ago to accommodate certain faculty members that were on the committee. However, the one thing about staff development, and this is why we often struggle with keeping folks on the committee, is there's a lot of work outside of the committee. The committee meets twice a month. Not very many committees on this campus meet twice a month, except for academic senate and planning and budget. But for the conference funding, when we do conference funding, that is probably another couple hours worth of work every semester. When we plan events for the campus, that is a number of hours outside of the committee meeting. So it is not just a little bit of reading before a committee meeting and then showing up for the committee meeting. It is you are doing work outside of the committee. And that's sometimes why we have difficulty keeping classified members on the committee. I should mention that staff development has managers on the committee, as well as classified, as well as faculty. So it really is a campus representative committee. But we sometimes struggle with keeping classified on the committee because sometimes the managers aren't as generous with allowing the staff members to be gone for events or planning or other things. So, but that again is a conversation I've had with Dr. Simpson over a number of months and years.
Are there any other questions for me? Thank you so much for your report.
I think as a Senate, I'd like to say thank you, Becky, for filling in the way you're going to be willing to be able to do until we find somebody. It's really nice of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Associated students?
Supply manager at the office, so they'll be the ones that are in charge of ordering things for us, keeping maintenance in the office, things and so forth. So we don't really have a really big turnout for votes from students, so we had the idea of why not have the special elections the same day as Club Rush, so while people are out there we can say, oh, by the way, there's a booth, go vote, and hopefully this raises